Hi there, I'm Charles Harvard, and welcome to my speech on the significance of the trucking industry in America. My qualifications for this topic is I've been an American truck driver for 24 years. My purpose today is to enlighten you on the aspects of the trucking industry, the various aspects. And my thesis today is the trucking industry that brings the necessities vital to America and the people, and is often taken for granted, and the consequences without it. And therefore, we're going to preview today. I'm going to be talking about the trucking industry, the qualifications, that there's better days ahead since 2008-2009 recession, jobs and revenue. Also, I'm talking about I will close today in my redemptive purpose today. So, with that, I want you guys to look around at your neighbors. I want you guys to look around and notice you're all wearing clothes, that you're sitting in a chair or a sofa. That you can look at the doors and the windows and all the lumber, the wiring in the home, the plumbing, everything man-made is brought by the American truck driver. And if you can't remember anything of the speech, remember this, that the food you ate and the clothes on your backs and the bed you slept in last night was brought by the American truck driver. Now, to move on to my next point, I would like you to say that without the trucking industry, we would be paralyzed. For example, doctors and nurses will be unable to do their jobs in saving lives and treating patients without the necessary tools brought by the American trucker. For example, they need IV solutions and x-ray machines, monitors, and it's imperative they have syringes and sutures to sew you up in case you need stitches. And also, there would be social implications. There would be social upheaval if we didn't have trucking. There would be the food on the shelves, the gas and diesel in the ground. There would be riots in the street, but almost like the Great Tribulation, if you would look at that. So it would be pretty devastating without us. So thank God we had the trucking industry. Now, back in 2008 and 2009, there was a recession that put us in economic upheaval. It was terrible. A lot of people lost their jobs during this time. So Jan Cotton from the Arkansas Business, she quotes Lane Kidd, K-I-D-D. He is the president of the Arkansas Trucking Association. Now he says, without question, there's virtually every trucking company out there that is experiencing energetic freight demand. And he said, now we're seeing companies that are scrambling to hire drivers. These people are ordering equipment to meet this demand. Now, in order for this to happen, we had to have qualified drivers. Through the federal regulations, the federal DOT tells us, guys, that we had to have a CDL license in order to drive a truck. That means a commercial driver's license. You can't just get in a truck with a Class C license and just drive down the road. And it's also most imperative that in order to have a commercial driver's license, you have to take a series of tests, knowledge tests and stuff like that. In order to haul hazmat, you have to have a hazmat test endorsement. And you also have to submit fingerprints to the Homeland Security in order to have a hazmat on your license. Now, if you have a felony record, you will be unable to haul and drive trucks with hazmat on them. Now, for example, you also have to have, the DOT regulations specifies that we have to have a physical DOT card. The Department of Transportation, a physical, said every 2 years for people who have blood pressure under 140/90, which is my case. I renew mine every 2 years. And if you're on blood pressure medicine, then you would have to have a physical every year. And if you're taking insulin shots, you will be disqualified from driving a truck at all. So, with that being said, we're going to be going to the Bill Graves, who's with the American Trucking Association. He tells us that few Americans realize that 70% of all trucks haul all the tonnage in America. And that 80% of people in their communities receive their goods exclusively by trucks. Graves goes on to tell us that these trucking industry has provided jobs and tax revenue that's beneficial to people. Also, he emphasizes that there's 9 million people moving 11 billion tons of freight annually. And now the 9 million people, there's only 3.5 million that are actually truck drivers. Okay? But the truck driver, the 9 million there are people basically are dock workers or office personnel. These are our sales representatives that are out there. That's part of the record of the 9 million. But the 3.5 million, they earn between $50,000 to over $100,000 a year, according to truckerinfo.net. Now, I would like to close today with my redemptive purpose. My redemptive purpose is that truck drivers haul all the Bibles and inspirational books or hymnals in your church to people in America around the world and around the world. We're also, when people are able to get these Bibles, they're able to study, to show thyself approved to God. A workman need not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. This enables them to present the gospel of Jesus Christ to a broken and torn and dying world. Also, they're able to defend their faith. And so next time you enter into your house of worship, you'll look around at the pews and the walls and the ceiling and the floors and know that the American truck driver is who brought these materials to you. And also remember that the food that you ate, the clothes on your back, and the bed you slept in is brought by the American truck driver. And thank you, and may God bless you richly. And have a good day.